Welcome back to Las Vegas. Now, this is an intense, emotional, and scary time in the world, especially for us right here in America. I know personally I've been dealing with feelings of being overwhelmed, and honestly, I'll just break down and cry sometimes. Part of what we can do is pay attention, stay informed, and consume and spread everything that's going on. But even that gets taxing. So we have a family therapist, Jacent Wamala, with us to help guide anyone dealing with that heightened fear and anxiety right now. Hey, how are you?
I'm okay. You know, as you mentioned, it's a tumultuous time, and it's a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. So just like anyone else, I'm kind of just managing myself and trying to do the work that I can to contribute.
Absolutely. I feel like we have these emotions, but we don't really know what they are exactly or how to handle them. So let's start with just defining what anxiety actually is.
Yeah, so anxiety is, pervasive, excessive worry and fear. The way that I break it down to clients is saying that when we think of negative things happening in the future and we're concerned about that, it can make us nervous and worried. But when we get stuck kind of overplaying these what if scenarios and dealing with uncertainty, it leads to anxiety.
Definitely. And what emotions are you seeing with your clients or just around in general? What actual emotions are you noticing the most?
Yeah, so clients are dealing with the full range of emotions. I think, it's heightened to another level with the pandemic, which I think is making it even harder for clients to, and people in general, to deal with the level to which they're experiencing anger, sadness, frustration, maybe gratitude and joy at the same time. So it's not uncommon to experience any and all of them, and it's okay.
And you mentioned something about, the oppressed populations not being able to deal with those emotions the same way. So let's talk about the difference in how people are dealing.
Yeah.
When it comes to culture and races.
Those in oppressed populations are not allowed, to feel anger, frustration, confusion, sadness, and express themselves based on those emotions the same way that those in the majority are allowed to. And so I think that's even more challenging because of that.
What are some of those pressure releases that we can do at home, or that we can suggest to our family and friends that are dealing with these types of emotions?
Hopefully, feeling any emotion is okay, but hopefully we're able to channel intentionally those emotions that we're feeling and have these pressure releases to help us to manage, because the things that we're dealing with aren't going to be fixed overnight, and those might look like things like self-care. It might look like spending time with your family and friends. It might look like journaling, prayer, meditation for those who are spiritual. And so it's really about finding what works best for you.
Absolutely. And how can people serve other than protesting if they're unable to for some reason, or if they're afraid to?
Yeah, I've had a lot of clients talk about being in situations where they're unable to serve for whatever reason as far as protesting. But the nice thing is that there are so many different moving parts to contributing to society. There's registering to vote, getting involved in local politics. There's, organizing. There's leaning into what you're already doing more. I'm a counselor, so I'm trying to just do that as best as I can to be there for my clients that are dealing with these things. And so I think leaning into whatever it is you're already doing and educating yourself so that we can keep being able to contribute to society in the long term.
Thank you so much, Jacent. How can people get in touch with you if they're looking for more answers?
I'm most active on Instagram, and my Instagram handle is Jacent's Gems, JACENTS GEMS.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, and take care, and we'll stay in touch.